Alright everybody, welcome back to week 7 of the Endgame Racing Indie NXT series sponsored by Endgame Coffee. Tonight, we're coming to you from Canadian Tire Mosport Park, Jesus, better known as Mosport, which is easier for me to say. It is actually deemed one of the most fastest, fearsome road courses in North America. That is correct, as we see someone going right off the track. So, a couple people who are actually racing tonight have not seen this track, and they were asking about some of the turns. Is there elevation? There is plenty of elevation. As we go to Carl Ribbing, who's ending his practice run. Cutting the grass a little bit, but there's some of the elevation right there. And even as you cross the line, go through turn 1, you're going to take a right-hander. Actually, hold on, let's pull up the old track maparoni here. Or not. Oh yeah, there it is. Anyway, so you can see turn 2. Clayton Corner. That's actually a downhill off-camber left-hand turn, so it's going to be pretty hectic to try to keep the speed there, but not go too fast. So you go right off the track and into the grass on the right, which you'll see right about here. Right. So let's cut this music. Listen to the raw audio sound of iRacing. We just started qualifying, and Carl Ribbing is on his out lap. A couple people are out putzing around, trying to get those tires warmed up. Alright, let's follow Riley Gerard for his first qualifying lap. So he's going to be taking it a little bit easy until those tires get warmed up. As you can see, here's the downhill left-hander of turn 2. He slides just a little bit on the entry, but still keeping good pace as he rounds turn 3-ish. I don't know. So here's where it gets tricky. There's a left-hander that goes downhill into a sweeping double right, and you have to keep the car straight, brake hard, and hope that you make the turn. And you want to get a good exit because now is the Mario Andretti straightaway. Coming around the final turn. That is a 106.6 for Riley. And all the times are coming in. Jordan Wheatman currently on top with 106.278. So more times about to be updated. Let's see if anybody improves. Derek Miller did. by a massive amount, 105.8. 4/10 above Jordan Wheeman. Had a couple of issues, it looks like. Let's see what we're looking at. This is Derek Miller in... Oh, just barely touched the grass there. Stanley Keanu Reeves, probably the same thing. Yep, coming to the bend. Yep, just a little bit too much speed. Little too much speed. And that is a crash by Eric Sigurdsson. He said, I don't need to do another lap. I got 2. By the way, the turn that's coming up right here for Gage is called... I wrote it down somewhere, hold on. Oh, a little too much gas there. That turn is called Moss Corner. And that, I think, is going to be the trickiest part of the track, no doubt. Just because of the sweeping downhill left-hander and then yada 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 getting on the brakes. But we'll see how it goes. Ooh. Michael Rosenberger. See if that was self-inflicted or an actual mistake. Oh, just too much. Had a little bit of oversteer, tried to correct it, and unfortunately could not. So the only one left driving is I'm in Islam right now. Look at that livery. Around the final turn, keeps it on the track. Did not see the time update. Oh, so his last lap was a 10th off of his best. And it doesn't tell me how many laps he's done, so we'll just keep watching until he stops. Looks like he's slowing down, coming to a stop. All right. Right, well, while we're waiting for qualifying to end, here is the current championship standings. So Daniel Zaggers, excuse me, leading against Jordan Wheatman and Derek Miller. And it doesn't tell me divisions, so back to the website we go. Right, Division 2, Hunter Palmer, followed by David Halliday and Ayman Islam, which David and Ayman are 1 point apart. So this is going to get interesting. All right, qualifying is over. Oh, there we go. Here are the results. Derek Miller takes pole position, followed by Jordan Wheatman and Riley Gerard. Now, Derek has had a pretty fast lap time in comparison. The rest of the field looks a little bit closer to the person next to him, I mean. And Division 2, Peter DeBorgia took pole position, followed by Hunter Palmer and Gage Baum. All right, coming to the front stretch. So Derek Miller is on the inside of Jordan Wheatman, so it'll be interesting to see what Jordan does, if he tries to hang it around the outside or not, going into turn one.
Green flag.
And we have a green flag with a massive wreck in the back. I suspect something happened at the start there. As they went green, I think. And yeah, look at the gap. Wow. A lot of people falling back now, but Derek Miller keeps pole position, although Riley has moved up into P2. Charlie Pullier dropped back a couple of positions, I see. But we're still rocking, baby. Here is the entry into Moss Corner. All the cars looking pretty good. One car off. I can't tell who that is. It's Peter DeBorgia, actually. Oh, Lord. We're going to have to see a lot of replays here. which I'll give it a lap or two before we go back. Someone without a nose, that is Hunter Palmer. Who's probably going to enter the pits, yes. So Jeff is the only one out of that group that stayed out. It's showing Derek Miller in the back, but I think it's doing that weird time glitch that I keep getting whenever I stream. It's hard to tell, actually. Oh, he must have had an issue, so Riley Gerard is now leading this race. Man, I can't keep up. Alright, let's check out that start while we have a minute here. Oh. So let's back this up, back this up, back this up. Oh, it was a big accordion effect, and Carl Ribbing, unfortunately, hit the person in front who looked like didn't start at the right time, and look at all those cars crashing. Good lordy. That'll have to be reviewed by the stewards to see what happened, because I'm not sure if people were jumping or if people just didn't go or what the issue was. Alright. So we have a couple passes that I'm missing here, so let's go back to Carl passing Hunter. Oh, it looks like there was an incident. Both drivers getting out of the way. Carl just cutting through. Is that David Halliday? I believe that will be, yes. Ooh, just goes off the track for a hot second, and two more cars almost had issues. One did, the other kept going. Right. Trying to see if we can find what happened to Derek. But I don't see anything listed. Alright, just got word from Steven, who couldn't make it in tonight. He's picking Jordan for the win. I respect that. I don't know who I'm going to pick because we're too far in the race to say anything. I'm going to say Eric Sigurdsson. But I'm not going to watch him race because commentators curse. Alright, we're going to have to look at the battle box. Not the battle box, the lap times. I think there's something here. Nope. There it is. All right, that someone is around. Is that Eric? Oh no. That is Eric. Just had a quick little moment into Moss Corner, and someone else is actually back there as well. I think Jordan Wheatman. Oh no. Let's check out what happened to everybody. So here's Eric. Oh, that's when he... Oh, yeah, just lost it in Moss Corner. Then that's Jordan right there on the exit, just ahead of him. So let's see what happened there. Too much on the throttle. That's all that was. That's unfortunate. So now we still have Riley Gerard leading, followed by Charlie Pullier and Eric Sigurdsson. Telling you, Steven, commentator's curse, man. Yeah. That was Riley going off the track at Moss Corner, and Charlie just manages to get by. But he kept the car in good condition, so he's still going, still in the race. Still under a second behind Charlie. Right, so Riley is on the attack. He's using his push to pass a little bit. As you can see, the gap has come down about 5/10. Look at that draft just pulling him. Takes a wide line for a nice entry. Little tap of the curb doesn't hurt anything. Charlie had a bit of a slide. Very small, though. Look at that, almost flat out through turn 1. And here you'll be able to see that downhill I was talking about earlier. Yeah, so Riley 3/10 faster that lap. Just looking around the rest of the race here. We're a bit spread out for race 1. Keep an eye on Riley and Charlie while we jump around here and see Carl Ribbing back out on track, approaching Ayman Islam with Michael Rosenberger right behind, who was quicker the last 3 laps, but not the last lap. So we'll see if Michael can catch up, but he's also got a fight behind him with Jordan Wheatman right on the attack. see what Jordan's last time was. Jordan has the run up the inside. I don't think... Yeah, Michael's not going to fight that. Although he could have. Looks like Jordan made a small mistake, and Michael may have a run here. Let's jump to the cockpit view and see. Jordan must have used some push to pass. He pulled away. Unless Michael has some damage, but that I'm not sure on. I don't see any. Not in the front, anyway. Oh, that is 109. That's David Halliday, I think. Let's see what happened to him. Lost corner again. Oh, almost saved it. Just a little bit too much, I think. While I was showing that, Riley and Charlie have been fighting. So here's... Of course, there's going to be another fight right there, too. So here's Riley Gerard on Charlie coming into the final turns. Takes the outside, which is then the inside. But Charlie keeps it, it looks like. Yep. A little moment there. Jordan had a slight moment. He slipped behind Iman. Let's see. Got one off track for a hot second, so let's check that out. So this is them side by side going into turn one. Iman leaving all the space. Jordan just a little bit too quick there. So now we see the Great Wall of Iman is crumbling. Jordan had the draft. They both are out of push to pass. Meanwhile, up at the front, when did Riley pass Charlie again? Well, we'll look back at a second. Back at that in a second. But here they are coming to the final turns. It's going to be a drag race to the finish. And it looks like Riley Gerard is ahead at the moment. Is that the white flag or the checkered flag? I have no idea. That should be the white flag. Yes. So, final lap. I wish it told me. Oh wait, it does tell me. I just have to set it up, and I never did. So that's... that is my fault. Looks like Iman had a slight moment. Let's check that out really quick. Moss corner again. Getting a lot of drivers tonight. Oh, just too much speed. Hitting a jump. Alright. So Riley Gerard in front. Charlie has a couple seconds of push to pass, so he should climb right up to him. Is now side by side. And he got past him. Looked like it was side by side. So around the final turn, looks like Charlie Poyer is going to take the win with Riley right behind him. Meanwhile, a couple spots down, Jordan Wheatman is trying to catch Carl. think he's going to get close. Carl also has another 6 seconds of push to pass, so that's going to be it. Unless he messes up the last turn, which he doesn't. There we go. All right. All right, all right. Here is the Heat 1 results. So Charlie Pollier wins race 1, followed by Riley Gerard and Eric Sigurdsson. Division 2, Peter DeBorgia, Gage Baum, and Ayman Islam. So hopefully we can get a better start this race than last race. We shall see. It's dark. Is there going to be any rain tonight? Nope. All right. So a couple interesting battles may occur. Definitely Charlie versus Riley. Definitely Michael Rosenberger versus Jordan Wheatman. Actually everywhere around the grid, really.
Green flag,
All right, green flag's up. So, start of race 2. I don't see any issues this time for the start. Charlie keeps it ahead of Riley Gerard, and Eric Sigurdsson still in 3rd place. We got a couple of switcheroonies. Jeremy Zavitz up 1 position. Jordan Wheatman up 1 position. Jordan Wheatman up 2 positions. 3 positions. There he is in the blue around the outside. That is Ayman, I believe, going in a little bit too hot. Eric Sigurdsson's falling back. There he is on the left there. Something must have happened with him. For the most part, everyone's keeping it moving forward. Ryan Winfeld up 4 positions into 9th place so far. Jordan Wheatman up 4 into 5th place. Onto the leaders. Here's Riley Gerard, a 10th back from Charlie. Charlie just can't shake him. Neither have used any push to pass so far. Probably not worth it when the tires are still a little cooler. Alright, so here's Jordan Wheatman with Peter DeBorgia, Jeremy Zavitz behind, so we'll see who gets close to who down this back straight. There's a lot going on in the back right now between David Halliday, Hunter Palmer, Eric Sigurdsson. That's Bobby McGee out in front. right behind... Oh, Bobby McGee's leading that pack. Iman's right behind him, though. So Stanley Keanu Reeves with the 106.6, and Jordan Wheatman set the fastest lap with 106.4. All right. So let's see if I can see what happened to Eric. So this is him going into the Moss corner. Probably a little bit too hot. Yeah, just couldn't get it slowed down in time. Solid rejoin. There's Ryan Winfeld on Gage Baum. Gage on the inside. Ryan gets around him before the turn. Something happened to Eric again. I have a couple of incidents here. So this is Eric Sigurdsson and Bobby McGee. That is some net code and a half. Oh, that's too bad. So I'm just looking at the times of the top left for Charlie and Riley. So Riley's still within 2/10 behind Charlie. And right now he's in his draft going down the main straight, the back straight. Charlie trying to use a little bit of push to pass, but Riley's trying to jump him on the inside here. Michael's slowly trying to catch up. He was a 10th faster than Carl in front of him. Let's see if he can gain in any of these turns. He's stuck in a little draft train right now, so it's going to be pretty tough. I'm assuming he's going to save his push to pass a little bit more for the back straight, but he's used a lot already this race. He's down to 18 seconds. Looks like Jeremy Zavitz may have had an incident. Yep. We'll go back to that shortly, but let's see if Michael can gain on Carl. Carl's also using push to pass right now. I think he's waiting. Looks like Carl might have a run on Peter. No, not yet. He's thinking about it. Just an update on the front. Riley Gerard still 2/10 behind Charlie. Now 1/10. Now he's on him. Coming into Moss. Backs off a little bit. Try to get him on the straight. Carl Ribbon gets by Peter DeBorgia, and now Michael Rosenberger is going to have a go down this straight as well. Although Peter has a lot of push to pass left. Looks like Riley went off the track for a second. We'll look back at that. Oh, great fight here. Michael Rosenberger gets it done on the final turn. So I wanted to see Zavitz, Jeremy Zavitz. Same as Jordan in race 1. Just a little bit too much power. Here's Riley going off the track recently. So this is his fight with Charlie. Oh. Oh, that's a big hit. Let's watch it again. I think just too quick. Tried to turn, lost the downforce maybe. Here's Carl Ribbon going off track right now. See if he saves it. Yep, he's good. Anything else happen while I was doing that? Oops. Alright, so they're all fighting down the straight. So that's Peter DeBorgia up ahead. Michael Rosenberger in purple. Carl Ribbing in green. By the way, is now in second place. He's up 7 positions. And Ryan Winfeld's in 4th, and he's up 9. So the Carl Ribbing, Michael Rosenberger battle continues. This battle's been going on for like 5 races. 5 race nights even. Oh, I see a crash from Stanley. Let's go to Stanley. Moss corner. Just tapped the tire in the dirt. And got hit, unfortunately. He's in not a good spot. Right, so I was doing that. Did anything happen? No. Yep, I agree with you, Steven. Jordan, I'm assuming Jordan will just hold on to second place, but he might be gaining. Although Charlie has a lot of push to pass left. Jordan only has 14 seconds to his 47. Down the straight. So Michael Rosenberger is out of push to pass. Carl, right behind him, has a good amount left. Which I don't think he knows that Michael is out of it. Looks like Iman had an issue. Let's check that out. Same exact thing as 50 of the other incidents we've seen. It's a tough corner. I don't blame anybody. I wouldn't make it through there. Alright, so I am curious. Let's see how close Carl can get. No, that's not going to help, unfortunately. That'll probably be it for this lap, so we'll have to come back next lap. All because of that wheel spin. Lost all the momentum, couldn't catch him, even in the draft. Jordan is slowly catching Charlie, so let's see what the lap times were the last couple laps. 3/10 and then another 10th up. So this could get interesting. I see a meatball for Bobby McGee. Oh. Just tapped the back of Eamon. See that again. Ah, barely too. That's unfortunate. No flag yet, so 2 more laps. Including this one. Michael's right there. Carl's really got to use that push to pass. Oh, a little moment for Michael. Ah, just too hard on the throttle again. Stanley versus Gage coming into the final lap. Looks like Stanley gets by. Yep. Jordan and Charlie again, still right on each other. And it'll come down to this last straight, which Charlie has the push to pass. Yep, that's all I needed. It looks like Peter DeBorgia had an off track, so we'll see that in a second because Carl Ribbing was able to get by. And Michael. Yep, here's the checkered flag. So race 2 won by Charlie Poulier, followed by Jordan Wheatman. And I'm going to assume Ryan, who's in 3rd, but we will check that in a minute. So here's what happened to Peter. Lost corner again. I think he clipped the grass on the left there, which is why he just couldn't slow down. That allowed Carl and Michael to get by. Of course, the lovely crashing at the end of the race. All right, that was a lot better than the first race. That's for sure. So here are the results. So Charlie, Jordan, and Ryan, as I mentioned earlier. Division 2, Peter DeBorgia, Gage Baum, and Hunter Palmer. All right. And of course, the finishing positions are the start positions for this race. We're not swapping them or anything. I just noticed that this is a little backwards. Charlie's going to be on the inside, I believe. Yeah, I see him right there. All right, pace car is going in.
Green, green, green.
Green flag racing. I like the gaps. People just leaving a little bit of extra. Everyone's made it through. Looks like Charlie got a great start. Couple people wide. That's Stanley right there. Who's that up the inside? It's Ryan Winfeld. Having a little peek. Jordan goes a little bit wide, so he might get compromised here on that exit. No push to pass yet. But they're now side by side. Ryan's a little bit ahead now. And he takes it. Oh, a couple people going off. I think that's Bobby McGee in the back. Oh my goodness. There's a couple cars, and a couple cars that are not looking too hot. We'll come back to that in a minute. Oh my goodness. I don't know who that is. Oh, that's Derek Miller in the white car. So Derek around the outside of David Halliday takes the spot into Moss Corner. That's Iman off the track on the left there. And here is Charlie Poyer and Ryan Winfield. Right, let's check out some of these incidents here. I don't have a before of this one. Or that one. Oh, yeah, I do. Here we go. So here's Bobby going to the final sector. A little too much speed. Right over the grass. Ooh. I mean, it was a light tap. Then we have Peter DeBorgia, final turn. Just loses it and catches a couple people. That's Gage Baum and Michael Rosenberger. Meanwhile, up ahead, nothing has happened, so that's good. Now you can see some people using that push to pass. So Stanley Keanu Reeves trying to stay in the draft with Hunter Palmer and trying to keep that group behind him. So it's Riley, Gerard, and Eric Sigurdsson behind him. So, Charlie finally getting in his groove here. He can set the pace for everyone directly behind him by just utilizing that push to pass. Jordan has the least of the four, it looks like, of that group. So he's going to have to start saving, I think. If he can get in the draft, he won't have to use as much. So here's Riley Gerard on Stanley Keanu Reeves. Gets a run onto the Undertaker straight here. Oh, I have a couple incidents behind. Derek Miller is red. Something must have happened with him. I'll check in a minute. Ooh, that is Eric Sigurdsson. Looks like he just lost the rear end coming to that final turn. Here's Riley trying for the outside. Stanley goes defensive. Let's see who gets the better run coming to Moss Corner. I think it's going to be Riley. Yep, Riley's ahead. Alright, let's check out some things here. Here's Derek Miller's incident. So this is out of Moss Corner. Same exact thing that we've seen. Then we have Eric Sigurdsson, who's mowing the lawn. He said, I don't need your turn. I'm just going to go over here. You do what you want, Eric. Good for you. Good for you. Right. So let's check up on the leaders here. I think it's this one. So Charlie's pulling away slightly. At least on that lap. Jordan's trying to hang on to Ryan, which he's doing, but he's not gaining, he's not losing. Oh dear. That is Hunter Palmer. Let's see what happened to him. Oh, that was too late. Oh, just got on the curb. Where is this? Is this turn 1 maybe? Can't even tell. Let's go back. Yes, it is turn 1. So that's just the classic. Got on the curb, rear end slipped out. Oh, it's a big hit. So here are the leaders coming up to some traffic. believe that's Bobby McGee. Yep, moves over. Swirly there, Jordan. So is that going to give Carl the attack? Which, again, Jordan is running out of push to pass. And that's Riley Gerard coming up as well, getting by Stanley. Yeah, Carl is flying. That's a good point. He might be called to tech. I think we should submit the report right now. Get him into the prioritized inspection on his car. I think his team's going to have to tell him to use more push to pass. He has almost a full tank of it. Ooh. Looks like Jordan made the same sort of mistake, but now Carl is Riley right on him. Ooh, a couple crashes. Let's check it out. Simon in Moss Corner. Yep. Repeat of 50 people. Michael Rosenberger decides to do the same exact thing for the style points. Do it for the crowd. Like I said earlier, very easy to do. All right, Carl. You got like 3 laps for that push to pass. There he goes. I think if he jumps on it every exit, he has a very good chance of getting closer to Jordan, possibly around him on the straight. Especially if Jordan keeps touching the grass. So Steven said they just tried to get Carl in for an interview in the pit box, or his pit box interviewed, and they wouldn't deny or confirm doping those tires up. Oof, that's a hefty fine if he gets caught for cheating. I wouldn't put it past him, you know? He seems a little shady with the speed. If only there was a button to make him go faster that he could press down these straights. From Peter to Borgia. Let's check that out. Moss corner, same thing. Gonna turn. Yep, same exact thing. Sorry, I think every single driver has done that at least once today. Alright. Assuming there's gonna be one more lap after this one. I didn't see the flag. So let's go to the cockpit. Carl gets a bad exit. Jordan has 3 seconds to push to pass the left, so Carl's got a really good chance here. Oh no, the wheel spin on the exit. Oh, it's too bad. I don't see any damage over there. Or on the side, so I think he got away with it, but unfortunately lost the fight to Jordan. Anyway, here's the leader coming in to win the race. As he makes his way around the final turn. So, Charlie Poulier takes race number 3. Followed by Ryan Winfeld and Jordan Wheatman. And Jeff Radons is winning it for Division 2, followed by David Halliday. And probably Ayman Islam. I'm not going to say it. All right, Ayman gets P3 for Division 2. Immediate teleport. All right. Here are the results with the times. I'm not reading everyone's names. I just did. All right. Well, as always, thanks for tuning in. Next week, we're at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the road course. That's a fantastic track. It'll be just as chaotic with all the awesome off-cambered turns that everyone will love. Well, see you later.